You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. A farce or comedy is best played. A tragedy is best read at home. For people who like that kind of a book, that is the kind of book they will like. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. Leave nothing for tomorrow which can be done today. And in the end, it is not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. If I am killed, I can die but once, but to live in constant dread of it is to die over and over again. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. I would rather be a little nobody than to be an evil somebody. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to success is more important than any other thing. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me, and I didn't have the heart to let him down. I have a congenital aversion to failure. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds up to be. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. What is to be, will be, and no prayers of ours can wrest the decree. I claim not to have controlled events, but confess plainly that events have controlled me. Character is like a tree, and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. I have stepped out upon this platform that I may see you and that you may see me, and in the arrangement I have the best of the bargain. The demon of intemperance ever seems to have delighted in sucking the blood of genius and of generosity. As I would not be a slave, so I would not be a master. This expresses my idea of democracy. All I ask for the Negro is that if you do not like him, let him alone. If God gave him but little, that little let him enjoy. I leave you, hoping that the lamp of liberty will burn in your bosoms until there shall no longer be a doubt that all men are created free and equal. No man is good enough to govern another man without that other's consent. I say this is the leading principle, the sheet anchor of American republicanism. Surely God would not have created such a being as man, with an ability to grasp the infinite, to exist only for a day. No man was made for immortality. I care not for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. Let us have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. I cannot make it better known than it already is that I strongly favor colonization. The love of property and consciousness of right and wrong have conflicting places in our organization, which often makes a man's course seem crooked, his conduct a riddle. What is conservatism? Is it not adherence to the old and tried against the new and untried? Elections belong to the people. It's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. I can make a general in 5 minutes, but a good horse is hard to replace. My father taught me to work, but not to love it. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. If we have no friends, we have no pleasure, and if we have them, we are sure to lose them and be doubly pained by the loss. I distrust the wisdom, if not the sincerity of friends who would hold my hands while my enemies stab me. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. Whatever you are, be a good one. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I will prepare, and someday my chance will come. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. I am in favor of animal rights, as well as human rights. That is the way of a whole human being. Towering genius disdains a beaten path. It seeks regions hitherto unexplored. There is no grievance that is a fit object of redress by mob law. If you are resolutely determined to make a lawyer of yourself, the thing is more than half done already. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. Our reliance is in the love of liberty which God has planted in our bosoms. Our defense is in the preservation of the spirit which prizes liberty as the heritage of all men, in all lands, everywhere. Peace does not appear so distant as it did. I hope it will come soon, and come to stay, and so comest be worth the keeping in all future time. For 67 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. In very truth he was the noblest work of God, an honest man,